Morning guys, it's Roland pouring on Swishcraft. After that polar vortex that we had, it was not very pleasant and conducive to even remotely going out for normal everyday chores, let alone willingly going out into the friggin' forest. It's Canada, it sucks. Anyway, it was nice all weekend and I kind of got wrapped up, burned into doing other things, and never really managed to get out. Using my big mitts as a kneeling pad right now. So I just came out for the afternoon. Nothing crazy. Buddy of mine's, my buddy Dan there, sometimes teaches with us. He scored me a new toy to play with, so maybe a little peek. It's a Kershaw Outcast Gen 1. You don't see the Gen 1s much anymore. The guy he bought this from said he got it at Mountain Equipment Co-op. I used to work there. I don't remember seeing it there, but it is definitely a Gen 1, because the edge profile is actually thinner and usable. So anyway, it was not overly beat up. He didn't use it a ton, but he definitely took it out and gave it some love. So we're just out at the park. We're gonna get this wood stove going. Just so you know, right now it's I don't even remember what it is. It's minus 39 with the wind chill factor right now. So it's like, I don't know. I think on the truck it said like minus 25 or 26. So it's definitely not overly pleasant, but especially if you're walking into the wind. Bloody hell am I out of shape. I had to start practicing what I preach a little more often here, because it's about, I don't know where I am, it's about, I don't know. I'd have to look on a map to tell you. From the truck to here, it's probably about 3, maybe 3.5 kilometers. Cut through the bush. So anyway, I gotta make myself a bit of a baton here. There wasn't anything crazy. I don't typically use the park's big ass stupid axe that they bring with a big welded steel handle. Not too many steps in here to work with. You guys are sitting on one of them. Good enough. Get a hand around it, good enough. Don't care. Alright. I'm not really doing a review on this knife right now. We're just messing around with it. I got lots of buddies that have them and they seem to like them, so I figured I'd get one. Before I could get a Gen 1, they, for some crazy reason, changed the design and made the edge profile fatter. Didn't like that. Not going to do any crazy bushcraft, fellas. We're just breaking up a little bit more kindling in here than that was in here before. Anybody's ever seen any of my earlier videos, you know how I tended to test the wood that the Park Service gathers. It's usually the bottom of the barrel when it comes to dryness. So I tend to gravitate to feels a lot better. That other piece I had was a little bit on the yeah, that's nice and that'll make some nice kindling right there. More better. And for all the guys out there that don't like batoning with knives, well, you know what? Didn't feel like bringing an axe out today. And for all the naysayers that don't say it's not what a knife's designed for, guess what? Maybe yes, maybe no. I really don't care. The fact of the matter is you learn how to use your tools. You learn what your tool is capable of. And as you can see, I'm not exactly splitting huge stuff. A couple of reasons I do it. One, it provides more control. I'm just going to back up a wee bit here. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more in frame. I'm a little out of frame right now. You know what? Let's see if I can reposition the camera here. Just a bit. Without dropping you guys. Maybe, maybe not. Alright. I won't be able to see the stump, but should be able to see what I'm doing, hopefully. Oh, yeah. The one thing I did do to this knife is I ground the spine square. I do that on a lot of the knives that I'll use for actually not safe cleans function over fashion. I'll put it that way. We're not going to do any feather sticks today, even though, I might do one just for shits and giggles. We're not going to use them for starting things up here. Uncooperative. Uncooperative is a good word. Don't be too concerned, guys, on how the wood splits out. Try and pick the grain lines, and that'll help you out, especially if you're having issues. Sometimes you'll get stuff like that going on. Not the end of the world. It just, the blade wants to go where the grain's going, so why fight it? You can see this piece has got a curve in it, so obviously it's I'm gonna follow the curve. Not rocket science. So many guys on YouTube make these big crazy elaborate fires. Well, a lot of them don't operate in the conditions that I do. No, I'm not outside right now. As you can see, I'm just in my wool sweater. So, first step in a condition like this would be get out of the elements. Well, where's a better place than, you know, an actual structure, right? Whether it be an abandoned house or whatever, who cares? You're out of the elements. Alright, that should be enough kindling. Find a good piece in here just to see if this thing's actually gonna feather. Something that's straight grain that I didn't destroy. There's a little bit of a twist going in most of it. Now this will work. Alright. So, a couple ways you can feather wood with a large knife, guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well. Maybe. Not that way, perhaps. Larger blades have pros and cons. One of the reasons I like this blade is because I can choke up on it and work inside of the inside here in this radius. I don't normally like recurve blades. Not an overly huge fan. So to feather, go in this direction means that you have to have a lot of control over the blade. But it does feather. So that's a plus. The other way that you can do it is you can anchor the blade. It's a little difficult on a stump that moves like crazy, and you can utilize it like a spoke shave. Gives you a lot more control. I'm just doing an opposite corner here. There. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not going to be fucking around with this camera bullshit too much here, guys. Sorry. So, the old cast wool feather. Is it a Mora? No, it's not. It's a big ass freaking knife. What I did do is, like I said, I ground the spine square. So another benefit to grinding your spine square is you can use it like a spoke shave. Same principles with this, guys, as making feather sticks. Try and rotate around the piece of wood as you're going. That makes some extremely fine curls for fire lighting. We might actually even see if this will spark up with a ferro rod right now. I'm not exactly at that point yet. Now, sheath of this knife is actually Kydex, which is really nice. I'm not a huge fan of sheaths that are injection molded glass reinforced nylon. The fuck? Somebody here? Like, nobody here. I heard tapping. I'm getting old, guys. I'm hearing shit. Weird shit. Might come up with a different mounting option. This has got like a 1-inch kind of Tech-Lock-ish looking weird thing. I don't know what it is. Latex something maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. I like the sheet though. Decent retention. Not too hard to draw. Not too hard to put back in. It indexes fine. We'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to grab my ferro rod. And oh, good lord. I'm going to be extremely sore tomorrow, fellas. Extremely sore. This business of getting old is for the birds. Or whatever critter you choose to figure it out. This is just a little bit of poplar bark that was on the wood that was here. Getting what I can get. It's better to have more tinder and things than not in the wintertime. I could, if I needed to, run outside and get, oh, excuse me, some birch bark and whatnot, but like I said, I'm not going all crazy bushcraft for my fellas. Alright, show the gloves on. This is something that I haven't shown yet. Norway Military, I brought in 1/2x6 rod, 1/2x6 or 1/2x5 rods. Drill a hole in it for a large key ring. Lets you get some purchase on it if you got gloves or mitts on, and then you wrap it and for a handle, wrap it in Gorilla Tape. There's tons of videos on doing that kind of shit. But basically it's you know, one of the better ways. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can reposition the camera for you. I'm trying to do this all in one take, so bear with me, guys. Reposition you. Here. Alright. Oh, crotch shot. Imagine that. Sorry, fellas. Deal with it. Okay, so as I said, I squared the spine. Good rod, okay? So, first we're gonna spark up our kindling that we just processed. I'm just gonna do this on the floor, even though it's not how I choose to. Okay, I put my thumb on the side of the blade when I do this kind of stuff for more control. And I'm going to anchor the heel of the knife or the butt end of the handle into the concrete. What's going on there? All right. wintertime, this might take, as you can see, so what I'm gonna deduce is that it's slowly going, but I'm gonna say that this is a little on the wet side because it's going out. See what I mean by barkwood? Could be a little bit frozen, who knows, right? So now we're just gonna go into our bundle, and hopefully this will produce some better results. Pull my gloves off. Welcome to winter fire lighting in Canada. One of the major things to note, I do have tinder here in my pack somewhere, but for demonstration purposes, it's not cooperating. I would say that this is a little on the damp side too. It's definitely not the rod. And again, who knows, made in China. Everything's made in fucking China. Poplar typically goes up like crazy. Apparently not today. Oh yeah, I can feel the moisture in that. Now that it's been split, it's coming out. Literally just frozen. What's gonna need to happen here I can feel it in the knife that this wood has got moisture in it. You can probably hear it on the video. It's almost like carving like green wood. So now, imagine this scenario. And this is why I don't really care for the type of wood that the Park Service provides, is it they don't some of it's dead, but they'll put it up and they don't store it properly. They'll put it up whether it's damp or frozen or what, they don't really care. It's just firewood, have fun. I've been lighting fires for years, and you can see how much issues that I'm having right now, which are not overly manufactured either. You know, it's split. So to get this stuff to light is going to take a little bit more work. So we're going to actually have to make a couple of small feather sticks to get her going. I was hoping to get away from that, but apparently not. Just break it up. Don't really overly care what it looks like. Now I could cheat and use all the paper and whatever that's left in here, but because we're out here to, all intents and purposes, have some fun and screw around, we're not going to do that. You can even hear it. Not overly dry. One of the other tests you can do too is take a piece of wood and touch it to your tongue. It's not really sticking to my tongue because it's got a little bit of moisture in it of its own. If it was bone dry, it would kind of stick to your tongue almost instantly. It will act like a sponge. Suck that moisture up. So yeah. So now, envision this scenario. You're out here skiing. You've decided to come out to the park skiing for, an afternoon. And like the sign says, friggin' outside of the hut, make sure you're prepared. Well, one of my pet peeves is a lot of people don't go out prepared, period. They don't come out here skiing or snowshoeing, they got zero equipment, that kind of thing. So you want to always stack the odds in your favor when you can. All right. So I'm gonna try and do this. Try and turn this into a selfie stick. Oh, this is gonna suck. So we're gonna go outside. And have a look and see if we can find, I gotta put my thumb. Oh, snow is deep when you're not expecting it. One downside is I am surrounded right now by a lot of pine, a lot of poplar, and I don't see any birch in the vicinity. So let's see what's in their wood pile. All right, so that's their wood pile. Oh, might be getting lucky. Oh, yes. Oh, score. It's almost like somebody decided to leave that there for me. I'm going to take this inside.